Hello, guys. Hello, I see there are 6 people there. Welcome to this yoga class for your Go Active Day. I'm sorry if it has to be like this. I'd have rather preferred to be with you in person, of course, but we do what we can. It's going to be okay. I've run a lot of online classes so far during the lockdown, and they are fine. If you have any questions at all after the yoga class about the poses or you want some suggestions, feel free to contact me, okay? You can find me on Instagram or Facebook. My name is Annalisa, so you'll find me on Annalisa Yoga, or contact me through Queen's University, PEC, okay? Any questions you might have. So I'm going to wait 30 seconds to see if some more people are arriving, and then we will start. So don't worry, today is going to be a beginners-friendly yoga class. I do a style of yoga that is a little bit dynamic. I do more active stretches than passive stretches, and in all my yoga classes, we work a lot on the core. So all this area around here and at the base of the pelvic floor. So you will feel that. Today we are also doing some twists for the spine and all the classic, not all, but most of the classic yoga poses that you will find in a yoga class. So let's stop talking and let's get on the mat. So first of all, you're just starting by sitting down on your mat, your feet wide, your legs slightly bent, and you're flexing the feet, drawing the toes towards your shins. Your hands behind for support. But here, try not to pull your shoulders forward, roll the shoulders up, back and down. So you are opening your chest already. From here, we're just drawing the knees from side to side. And make sure the movement is coming from the hips, both of them, rather than from your back, from your spine. So here, do what you can. Try to touch the floor with both knees every time you draw them towards the floor. Just a few here. Breathing in and out from your nose, ideally, if you can. If you have a bit of a cold, of course you can't. But if you don't, if your nose is nice and free, breathe in and out from the nose. Nice and deep. After this, we are going to do a little bit of breathing as well. So this is just to prepare the hips for what's coming after. Okay, just a couple more. Left and right, right and left. Good stuff. Okay, then from here, take a cross-legged position. Now, if you're uncomfortable in a cross-legged position, feel free to take a book or a pillow or a yoga block, if you have one, and place it underneath your bum. Otherwise, we're just sitting here in our cross-legged position. We're trying to sit nice and straight. So, for instance, try not to bring your chest forward or too much back. Try to imagine your shoulders right above your pelvis. And here you basically want to think about sitting slightly back on your tailbone. You might want to watch these first. We are starting from a prayer position. Then I'm going to exhale. As I exhale, I'm going to bring my arms straight in front of me, and I'm going to arch my back this way, pulling the lower belly in and creating space between the shoulder blades. As I inhale, I release my hands, I bring the palms facing up. I bring the arms behind almost, and I'm rolling the shoulders up, back and down, looking up. As I exhale again, I bring the hands again straight, arms in front of me, sucking the lower belly in again. And then as I inhale again, I bring the hands in prayer. So I'm going to turn again to face you, and we are going to do this together. So prepare with your hands in prayer first. Suck the lower belly in. Your back is now neutral. Have a breath. Take one inhale. Exhale, bring the hands, the arms straight in front of you. Suck the lower belly in. Create space between the shoulder blades, looking down. As inhale, bring the arms straight to the side. Lift the sternum up. Suck the lower belly in again and look up. Exhale, bring the hands back together, straight arms in front of you. Suck the lower belly in. Tuck your chin. Inhale, come back to a neutral position with the spine. Exhale again, straighten your arms in front of you. Tuck your chin. Suck the lower belly in. Inhale, bring the arms straight to the side, palms facing up, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale, slowly following the breath, bring the hands together, straight arms in front of you, tuck the chin, suck the lower belly in. Inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, neutral spine. Exhale again, bring the arms straight right in front of you, suck the lower belly in, tuck your chin. Inhale, arms straight to the side, palms facing up. Roll the shoulders back and down, open your chest, look up. Exhale, bring the hands together once again, creating space between the shoulders, tucking the chin. Inhale, back to neutral, prayer. Last one, exhale, bring the hands away from you, straight arms, tuck your chin. Inhale, arms straight to the side. Flip your hands so that the palms are facing up. Roll the shoulders up and down, look up. Exhale again, slowly bring the hands together, straight arms, suck the lower belly in, space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, come back to center, into prayer. And as exhale, bring your hands on your knees. Take one inhale here. Exhale, draw your chest towards the right. Bring the right hand behind you onto the floor, the left hand on your right knee. Take one inhale here once again. Lengthen the spine. As exhale, twist even more, maybe looking over the right shoulder. As inhale, nice and slowly come back to center, hands on your knees. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the sternum up. Exhale, twist your chest towards the left hand behind you onto the floor, right hand on your knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine once again. Exhale, twist even more using your right hand to pull, looking over the left shoulder. Use inhale again to come back to center. Exhale here. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist your chest towards the right hand behind you, left hand on the knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the sternum up. Exhale, use the left hand to pull as you twist even more, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, hands on the knees. Exhale here. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist the chest towards the left, right hand on the knee, left hand onto the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine once again. Exhale, twist even more, looking over the left shoulder if possible. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Let's repeat these once more each side. Exhale there. Inhale, lift the sternum up. Exhale, twist towards the right arm onto the floor, left arm on the knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist even more, looking over the right shoulder if possible. Use the inhale to come back slowly to center, hands on the knees. Exhale there. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the sternum up. Exhale, twist towards the left hand behind the right arm on the knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist even more, looking over the left shoulder if possible. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Hands on your knees. You can move a little bit your spine, a little bit, shaking your shoulders, releasing any tension you might have accumulated. And then from here, you're moving to tabletop position. So, in a tabletop position, you want to make sure your hands are underneath the shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Your arms are straight, you're spreading the fingers wide, your index fingers are pointing forward. And here already you want to suck the lower belly in. So we're not just here letting that belly drop to the floor. We're sucking the lower belly in, engaging everything. We are pushing the floor away through the floor. We're going to do a little bit of cat-cow pose. Again, if you're not familiar with it, you might want to watch first. We are going to use the breath again. As we inhale, we drop the navel down towards the floor. We want to have a pinching motion between the shoulder blades so that the chest draws down towards the floor, looking up and tilting the sitting bones up. As we exhale, we push the floor away, sucking the lower belly in, tucking the tailbone under, tucking the chin towards the chest. Again, as we inhale, you can follow me now. Lift your sitting bones up, draw the navel down towards the floor, pinching motion between the shoulder blades, straight arm. Exhale, push the floor away through the hands, suck the lower belly in, tuck the tailbone under, lower the head down, tucking the chin. Inhale again, let your navel drop down towards the floor, tilt the sitting bones up, pinching motion between the shoulder blades, look up. Exhale, push the floor away, tuck the tailbone under, suck the lower belly in, create space between your shoulder blades, look down between your legs. Inhale again, slowly start lifting the sitting bones up, drawing the navel down towards the floor, the chest towards the floor, pinching motion between the shoulder blades. Exhale, push the floor away. Tuck the tailbone under, suck the lower belly in, looking down between your thighs. Inhale again, suck the lower belly in, tilt the sitting bones up, pinching motion between the shoulder blades, looking up. Exhale, last one, tuck the tailbone under, the sitting bones under. Push the floor away, lift the sternum away from the floor, looking down. Inhale, slowly come back to a neutral position. From here, we're going to do a little flow once again. You might want to watch the first. We're still sucking the lower belly. As I exhale, I'm going to move the chest and the shoulders forward. I'm still sucking the lower belly. Then I'm going to bend the elbows and bring the chin and the chest towards the floor. My elbows are not flaring out, they are drawing towards one another. From here, as I exhale again, I'm going to bring myself into child pose. The bum towards the heels. The forehead maybe onto the floor, maybe not. Whatever works for you. Then we're going to inhale again and come up into a four-legged position. Okay, so take one inhale first. Exhale, draw your chest and shoulders forward. Bend your elbows, bring the chin and chest down onto the floor. Tilt the sitting bones up. Exhale there. Inhale there, sorry. Exhale now. Get into your child pose. Inhale, come up to a four-legged position. Try to keep your breath nice and even. Shift the shoulders forward, suck the lower belly in, bring the chest and chin down onto the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, bring yourself into child pose. Inhale, get into a four-legged position, suck the lower belly in. Exhale, shift forward, still sucking the lower belly in, chin and chest onto the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, child pose. Inhale, four-legged position. Exhale, shift forward, bend your elbows, bring the chin and chest onto the floor, tilt the sitting bones up. Inhale there, oh my, sorry. Exhale, chin and chest onto the floor. Sometimes you do get confused teaching yoga. Use one inhale, come up into four-legged position, just the last one, suck the lower belly in. As you exhale again, shift your shoulders forward. Bring the chest and chin down to the floor, all in one exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, bring yourself back into child pose. Let's stay in child pose for a moment. In child pose, you are aiming to have your bum touching the heels. So don't worry if you're a little bit like this, that will come, okay? You're aiming to have the forehead onto the floor, but if that's too much, bring the elbows down onto the floor and stay here. But if your forehead reaches the floor, then I want you to walk your hands away from your head, lifting the elbows away from the floor. Keep walking the hands away until you feel a stretch around your shoulder blades and at the top of your shoulders. Just stay here, breathing in and out, nice and deeply. You can close your eyes. Feel the stretch in the shoulders. Feel your spine lengthening here. You can rock your pelvis side to side, just gently there, not too much. Just a teeny tiny movement. And then from here, whenever you're ready to inhale, come up into a four-legged position. And we're going to stretch a little bit more the shoulders. So here, I'm going to turn so you can see better, right? So here, you're still in a four-legged position. You're going to bring your hands underneath your body. Slide your right arm underneath your body. Now here, flip the hand so the palm is facing up. Bend the left elbow and bring the right shoulder down onto the floor. The right ear is onto the floor as well. You can stay here, or you can lift the left arm away from the floor, wrap it around your body, take hold either of a piece of cloth, or if you can, of your right thigh. From here, inhale, roll the left shoulder up away from the floor. Breathe here. 1. We're staying 8 long breaths. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly release the left arm. If you had it wrapped around your body, bring the hand on the floor in front of your face. Use one inhale, push the floor away through the left hand and come back up into a four-legged position. Suck the lower belly in. Left arm underneath the body. Once again, remember the palm is facing up. Bend the right elbow to bring the left shoulder onto the floor. Left ear is onto the floor again. The right hand can stay here onto the floor in front of your shoulder, or you can wrap the arm around your body, taking all the piece of cloth or your thigh. Take one inhale, lift the right shoulder away from the floor to twist a little bit more. 1, 2, try to hold the hips above the knees, okay? We're not here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And unwrap your right arm from the body. Bring the hand in front of your face, once again onto the floor. As inhale, push the floor away. Come up into a four-legged position. We're staying four-legged a little bit longer. We're going to squeeze that core now. Next thing, we are holding this pose. You might want to watch first. Knee to the nose for 5 breaths. So here, note that I'm pushing the floor away through my hands a lot, and I'm lifting the knee up as much as I can using my hip flex. Okay? So get into your four-legged position, suck the lower belly in. Take one inhale. As exhale, lift the right knee away from the floor, knee to nose, 5 breaths. 1, push the floor away through the hands. 2, point your toes. 3, 4, 5. Bring the knee down again onto the floor. Control the movement. Take a breath. Same thing on the left. 5 breaths. Lift the left knee away from the floor, knee to nose. 1, push the floor away through the hands. 2, 3, 4, squeeze that knee up. 5, and bring the knee down onto the floor. Last time. A little bit of balance here. So still in your four-legged position. And here it's very important. Your hands are underneath the shoulders. The knees underneath the hips. You are spreading your hands, your fingers nice and wide, because you want a lot of surface, not to have your balance. So here, we're going to move the weight to the left knee, and we're going to lift the right leg away from the floor. Again here, make sure you're not overarching the lower back. Suck the lower belly in. Also, draw the right hip down towards the floor. We're squaring. From here, lift the left arm away from the floor. 5 breaths. Look down. 1. Suck the lower belly in. 2, 3, 4. Push the floor away. 5. Now nice and slowly bring the elbows and the knee to touch underneath your body. Inhale, bring yourself back to this T position. Again, exhale, knee and elbow to touch. Inhale, get back to initial. Exhale, knee with elbow. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, bring yourself back into a four-legged position. Same thing with the left side. First of all, suck the lower belly in, push the floor away. Move the weight to the right knee first. Lift the left leg away from the floor. Square your elbow, square your hip. Straight elbows, suck the lower belly in. Flex your left foot, lift the right arm away from the floor. Imagine yourself in a T shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, suck the lower belly. 5, again, bring the elbow and the knee to touch underneath your body for 1. Inhale, come back to the initial position. 2, exhale. Inhale, come back to initial. 3, knee with elbow. And inhale, come back to initial. Exhale again. Inhale, come back to initial. Exhale, come back to four-legged position. Point your toes, draw your pelvis back. For a moment, stretch your back into child pose. Remember again, I'd rather have you doing an active child pose where you lift the elbows away from the floor and you draw your arms and hands away from you, feeling the stretch in your shoulders, lengthening the spine even more. Forehead, if possible, onto the floor, anywhere your neck is relaxed. And you can gently rock your pelvis side to side, just to release any tension. Finally, when you're ready, use the hands to come up into a four-legged position once again. From here, we're going to take half plank pose. What does it mean? We're going to straighten the right leg behind, tucking the toes under, and we are in a supported plank position or half plank. I don't know how we want to call it. We are sucking the lower belly in. The right leg is super engaged. When I'm squeezing the quad, I'm tucking the toes under. I'm also pushing the floor away through the hands. Here, we're just going to shift forward with the shoulders and then back. As you shift back, make sure you're feeling a stretch in your calf. Forward and back. Not too fast, not too slow, just a nice and comfortable speed you might find. You can follow me if you want. I'm still sucking the lower belly in. Just keep doing that as I turn so you can see better what I'm doing after. Right. Bring yourself to center, okay? So to a static position. Here, suck the lower belly in again. Lift the right leg away from the floor. From here, first, bring the leg out to the side. Control the movement to touch the floor. And then lift the foot away again from the floor. Bring the foot back behind you. Touch the floor once again. Lift the foot up. Now bring the foot towards the left. Touch the floor. Lift the foot up. Bring the foot behind you. Touch the floor once again. Suck the lower belly in. Lift the foot up. Keep breathing nice and deep. Bring the foot out to the side. Touch the floor. Lift the foot up. Bring it back behind. Touching the floor. Lift. Squeeze that leg. Bring the foot to the left. Touch the floor. Stay there. Take one inhale. As you exhale, I want you to first look behind you to look at your foot. Okay, so you're turning your head towards the left to look at your right foot. Then squeeze the left shoulder and the left hip towards one another while you extend the space between the right shoulder and the right hip. So you should be feeling a stretch in the whole right side of your body. 1, 5 long breaths. 2, 3, 4, 5. First, use one inhale to bring the shoulders back in line, shoulders above your hands. Then lift the foot away from the floor, bring it back, and take your four-legged position once again. Same thing on the left side. So first of all, straighten the left leg. Tuck your toes under, suck the lower belly in. The left leg is nice and straight. Shift your shoulders forward and then back. Your left foot is tucked. As you draw back, you should be feeling a stretch in your left calf. Keep sucking the lower belly in there. Keep pushing the floor away. All the body is engaged. Just a few more. You keep going. I turn again so you can follow me better. And then get back to static. Squeeze your leg. Suck the lower belly in. Lift the left leg away from the floor. Bring the foot out to the side. Control the movement. Touch the floor. And lift again. Then bring the leg behind again. Touch the floor. Lift again. Bring the foot to the right. Touch the floor and lift. Bring the foot behind you once again. Touch the floor and lift. Bring the foot to the left. Touch the floor and lift. Bring the foot behind. Touch the floor and lift. Bring the foot to the right. Touch the floor, stay there. Take one inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn to the right to look at your foot. Squeeze as you exhale the right shoulder and the hip towards one another. Lengthen the left side of your body, bringing space, creating space between the hip, the left hip, and the left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Lift the left leg up. Bring the foot back to behind you. Then get a four-legged position once again. And again, let's stretch back into child pose for a moment. Active child pose. Elbows away from the floor. Bringing the arms away from you to feel the stretch in the shoulders. Maybe rocking your pelvis slightly. We're going to do one last pose onto the floor. And then we're going to stand up and go through a sun salutation. Well, more than one salutation. Use the inhale when you're ready to come up into a four-legged position once again. Again, we're going to straighten the right leg behind. This time, we're going to look back, so look between your arms and move the right foot in line with your left knee, okay? Then move the left foot right behind you, okay? This is for balance. We're going to get into a supported side plank. Move the left hand in line with the knee and the foot, so that your hand, knee, and foot are all in the same line. Lift the right hand away from the floor. Lift the arm up for a supported plank. 1, suck the lower belly in. 2, 3, 5 breaths. 4, and 5. Use the exhale to bring the right hand underneath. Again, onto the floor. And get your four-legged position once again. Then straighten the left leg. Again, look between your arms. Bring the foot in line with the knee. Move the right foot back a little bit for balance. Then the right hand in line with the knee and the foot. Lift the left arm up. The shoulders are stacked above one another, on top of one another. Plank. 1, suck the lower belly in. 2, 3, keep sucking the lower belly in. 4, and 5. Use the exhale to slowly bring the left hand down again onto the floor. Get your four-legged position, tabletop. From here, we're going to get into a plank and then a downward facing dog. So make sure your hands are underneath the shoulders. Straighten your legs into a full plank. In full plank, suck the lower belly in, push the floor away. We're going to stay 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slightly bend the knees. Tilt the sitting bones up. Push back through the hands and get into downward facing dog. In this first down dog, keep your knees slightly bent. Now check that your feet are hip wide apart. Your hands should still be shoulder wide apart with the index fingers pointing forward. Relax your neck. Your knees are bent. Again, tilt the sitting bones up and draw the chest towards your thighs. Relax your neck. From here, start very mindfully, keeping the right leg bent while straightening slightly. Do what you can, the left leg. 2 long breaths there. 1, 2. Bend the left knee once again. Keep the left knee bent. As exhale, straighten the right leg for 2 long breaths. 1, 2. Bend the right knee. Tilt the sitting bones up once again. Push back through the hands. See if you can straighten both knees a little bit more. You don't need to straighten the legs completely. 2 breaths. 1, 2. Finally, look between the hands and walk your feet forward between the hands. Keep your feet hip wide apart. Your knees are bent. Your feet are pointing forward. Knees bent. Here, draw the lower ribs towards your thighs. Make the lower ribs touch the thighs. Grab your elbows. Relax your neck. Move the weight towards the front of the feet. We're going to stay here, just in forward fold. You don't have to be static in any yoga pose. You can move slightly. You can bend one knee slightly more and following the movement with your chest. Just breathing nice and deeply here. Keep breathing there. And then bring yourself back to center if you were moving. Bring the fingertips onto the floor. The weight is at the front of the feet. From here, as you start inhaling, start coming up. Unfolding vertebrae by vertebrae, suck the lower belly in, lifting your head, last. And we are ready for a few sun salutations. I'm going to come closer here. I'm curious to see how many people we have. 10. We lost a couple maybe. Lovely, guys. So, have a breath there while I show you the first sun salutation, okay? So, in the first sun salutation, we're going to bring the feet together. You might want to do that already. Bring the feet together. Have your toes touching. Your heels can be either touching or slightly apart. That's up to you. The important thing is we are engaging the legs. The legs are strong, so lift the kneecaps up. Squeeze your quads. Tuck the tailbone under. Suck the lower belly in. Draw the lower ribs towards your pelvis. At the same time, you're lifting the sternum up, rolling the shoulders back and down, and your arms are along the body. This is called Samastitihi. It's a yoga pose. We are not just resting. So while you're in Samastitihi, you might want to watch what I do. I'm going to take one inhale, lifting both arms up. As I exhale, I'm going to fold forward, hinging from the hips. So I'm not going to fold like this. I'm going to hinge from the hips. I can bend the knees here, bringing the fingertips onto the floor. From here, as I inhale, I'm going to lengthen the spine, bringing my spine kind of parallel to the floor and nice and flat. As I exhale, I'm going to bend the knees even more to press the palms onto the floor. Maybe you're so flexible you don't need to bend the knees here. See where you are. Then I'm going to step the right foot back. From here, I'm going to take one inhale and get, for a moment, warrior one. As I exhale, I'm going to bring the palms onto the floor. I'm going to step back into plank. I'm going to maybe bring the knees onto the floor and do what we did before. Chin and chest to the floor. Or maybe you are already that strong that from chaturanga, plank, you can get chaturanga this way. Okay? Make sure if you do this that you're not dropping the pelvis down first. If that's happening, get to this. From here, we're doing an upward facing dog. Inhaling, then we tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. After this, we're going to lift the right leg up nice and straight, okay? I'm not floppy, just nice and straight. Then, this is the movement. I'm going to move the weight to the hands, get almost in a plank, almost. Bend the knee and bring the foot down. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. So, don't worry here. The breath comes as you practice, okay? So don't worry if you can't follow the breath correctly, at least at the beginning, okay? Or for the whole class of today. If you will keep practicing yoga, you will find it much more easier. So feet are together, you're in Samasthiti here, the arms along the body. Take one exhale. Inhale, press the palms together, look up to your thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge from the hips. Bring the fingertips onto the floor. Take one inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, press the palms onto the floor. Step the right foot back. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale, lift up, warrior one. As you exhale again, bring the palms onto the floor. Step back into plank. Remember here, you can bring the knees onto the floor and lower down into chaturanga. Point your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog, your chest is between your arms. Tuck your toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg nice and straight, flex your foot. As inhale, bring the weight forward on your hands. Bend your knees and bring the foot between the hands. Inhale, come up, warrior one. Exhale, fold forward. Fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, step the left foot forward, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring the chest to the thigh. Inhale, press the palms together, come up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Everything on the left. Exhale. Inhale, press the palms together, look up. Exhale, bend the knees slightly, fold forward, the fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees even more. If you need, palms onto the floor, step the left foot back. Front knees bent. As you inhale again, lift the arms up, warrior one. Exhale, bring the palms to the floor. Step back to plank. Again, remember, knees on floor if you need. Chaturanga, chest and chin to the floor. Point your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg away from the floor, nice and straight, flex your foot. As inhale, move the weight forward on your hands, bend your knee, bring the foot between the hands. As inhale again, lift up in warrior one. Exhale, bring the fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, step the right foot forward, lengthening the spine. Exhale, chest to the thigh. Inhale, press the palms together, come up. Exhale, Samasthiti. We're going to repeat this one more each side. Arms along the body. Press the palms together, inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge from the hips, fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, press the palms onto the floor, step the right foot back. As inhale again, lift up into warrior one. Exhale, bring the palms onto the floor. Step the left foot back into plank. Remember knees on the floor if you need for chaturanga. Point your toes, inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up, nice and straight, flex your foot. As inhale, bring the shoulders forward, bend your knee, and bring the foot onto the floor. As inhale again, lift up, warrior one. Exhale, bring the fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, step the left foot forward, lengthening the spine. Exhale, chest to the thigh. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Last time on the left. Take one inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, hinge from the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend the knees even more, press the palms onto the floor, step the left foot back. As inhale again, lift up into warrior one. Exhale, bring the palms onto the floor. Step the right foot back into plank. Remember knees onto the floor option, chaturanga. Point your toes, inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes up. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg away from the floor, nice and straight, flex your foot. As inhale, bring the weight to the hands and shoulders, bend your knee, and bring the foot between the hands. As inhale again, lift up, into warrior one. Exhale, fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, step the right foot forward, lengthen the spine. Exhale, chest to the thigh. Inhale, press the palms together, come up. Exhale, Samasthiti. So, I'm sweating. I hope you are too. That's a good thing. We're releasing toxins, we are sweating, we're working out, and we're doing yoga, getting more flexible and more mobile. Okay, it's all about joint mobility. So, next one, from the front of the mat, step your left foot back. So, here. When you step your left foot back, make sure your feet are at a distance of about the length of one of your legs. You want to have the right foot pointing forward, the left foot pointing 45 degrees in. And you want to have an alignment heel to arch. Then you're squeezing your legs. Your legs are the foundation of the pose. So have them nice and strong. Squeeze those quads. Suck the lower belly in. Lift both arms up. As exhale, reach forward towards the right. Bring the right hand on your leg. It doesn't matter where you are. okay? Inhale, lengthen the spine. As exhale, stack the shoulders on top of one another and on top of the right leg for 5 breaths. 1, 2, squeeze the legs. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Now here we're going to slightly bend the right knee and step the left foot back so we have a wider stance. Then we're going to bend the right knee again. Try to bring the knee on top of the ankle if possible, okay? So align yourself, still alignment heel to arch. Option 1, bring the forearm on the thigh. Option 2, fingertips or palm on the floor on the outer side of your right foot. From here, lift the left arm up, following the line of your body. Lift the left shoulder away from the floor. Look up to the palm. Maybe you're here. 1, 2, push the feet against the floor to engage the inner thighs. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. Step forward, feet together again at the front of the mat. From here, you're stepping the right foot back. Okay, I'm moving all around. So you step the right foot back this way, and then you have your feet at the same distance they were before, about the length of one of your legs, with the left foot pointing forward, the right foot pointing 45 degrees in, and an alignment heel to arch. Legs strong, touch those quads, squeeze them. Suck the lower belly in, lift both arms up. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. Bring the left hand on your leg. Lengthen the spine, stack the shoulders on top of one another, on top of the left leg. You might be even here if you need. 1, 2, squeeze the legs. 3, 4, keep breathing deeply. 5. Exhale, look down, slightly bend the left knee. Come up. Step the right foot back to have a wider stance. Bend the left knee even more, bringing the knee on top of the ankle. Make sure your stance is wide. Same thing as before, take the same option. Forearm on the thigh, or fingertips on palms on the outer side of the foot. Here, looking up to the palm. 1, push the feet against the floor. 2, your legs are strong. 3, right leg is strong as well. 4, 5, exhale, look down. Inhale, slowly come up. Use your core, controlled, step forward. Salutation. We're going to do an inversion now. So step 1 foot behind, okay? Maybe you're facing the computer just now. I'm going to turn so you see what's happening, but you're in a wide stance, not too wide, okay? So stay about the length of one of your legs between the feet, at least for now. Then have your feet pointing slightly in. Then I'm going to turn so you see what happens with my back. So my feet are pointing slightly in. Hands are on the hips. You might want to bend the knees slightly. Take one inhale, lengthen the spine. As exhale, hinge from the hips, leading with your chest to fold forward. Bring the hands on your knees first. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Maybe you want to straighten your legs now. Then allow your chest to fold, to draw towards the floor a little bit more. The weight is towards the front of the feet. Maybe you can go a little bit more. Maybe you can stay here, or maybe you can bring your fingertips onto the floor right underneath the shoulders. Lengthen the spine once more. As I exhale, draw the chest down even more. So as you can see, I'm not doing this, okay? I am doing this. If this is difficult for you, bend the knees. Stay here. That's fine. That's much better than being here. Okay, so wherever you are is fine. Unfortunately, I can't see you. But try to keep that back nice and straight wherever you are. Let's stay here. 5 more breaths. Relax your neck. 1, 2. Don't worry about the hands. 3, 4, 5. Use one inhale halfway up unless you're already there. Exhale, hands on the hips. Inhale, come all the way up. And then take you back into feet together, toes touching. And we're going to lie down onto the floor for the last 5 minutes of this class. I'm going to challenge you. Don't just sit down onto the floor. Cross your shins. Don't use your hands. See if you can manage to sit down without using your hands. All the way down. Okay, so trust you're all down onto the floor, sitting. You might want to watch what's happening next. Okay, we have a few options. You can do a shoulder stand. Maybe you're already familiar with that. Or go grab a wall if you're not familiar with shoulder stand. I'm going to first show shoulder stand. For shoulder stand, we're lying down onto the floor. Watch first, okay? You're still sitting down in a cross-legged position. The arms are along the body. The knees are bent. Here, you want to draw the knees towards your face as you push the floor away through the hands to lift the pelvis away from the floor and immediately catch your lower back. Knees still bent. If you're just starting, see what you feel straightening one leg. If you're okay here, straighten both legs. Your feet can be pointing back or up. We're staying here 5 breaths. And then we're bending the knees again. Pounce onto the floor, rolling all the way down. If you want to use a wall, you bring the bum towards the wall. Okay? The bum is as close as possible to the wall. The feet are hip wide apart in this case. Your arms are along the body. You are going to push the feet against the floor, lifting the pelvis away from the floor, supporting your lower back with the hands. And you're going to stay here, okay? So you can do shoulder stand on the wall or away from the wall. So now we're ready to go. So if you're onto the wall, get onto the wall. Otherwise, just lie down onto your mat. The arms are along the body. If you're on the wall, your feet are on the wall, the bum is near the wall. Now, if you're on the floor, bring the knees towards your face as you push the hands against the floor to lift the pelvis up. Knees still bent. Straighten one leg. One is bent. Maybe you're going to stay here. Maybe you're going to straighten both legs. Wherever we are, wall or here, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your knees. Bring the knees to chest once again. Still support your back. Then bring the hands onto the floor. Palms facing down. Squeeze your core to slowly bring your back onto the floor again. If you're onto the wall, same thing, nice and slow. Do what you can. And then we're lying down onto the floor again. We're going to bring the knees to chest, hug the knees, and rock side to side for a few moments. And then finally, release your knees. Bring your legs onto the floor, straight legs ideally. Arms along the body, a little bit away from your body, palms facing up. Relax your shoulders, a slight tuck of the chin. Allow your feet to drop to the sides. Close your eyes gently. Last pose of the class is Shavasana. I will lead you out of Shavasana in a few minutes. So you just stay there. Maybe mentally scanning your body to check if you're relaxing everything. You might want to start from your feet. Check if you're allowing your feet to completely relax. Then move up towards your knees. The big muscles in your upper legs, your quads, are they relaxed? Are you relaxing your back, your lower back, your belly? Or are you holding any tension in your hips? Is your chest relaxed? Your shoulders? Your arms? Your hands and fingers? Are they completely relaxed? Your neck? And then check the muscles in your face. Check that you're not engaging your jaw. Check that you're relaxing all the muscles around your eyes, your forehead. Just allow yourself to rest and breathe for a few more. As you move your awareness back to your heart center, start making small movements with your hands and feet. Just wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, maybe rotating your ankles and wrists. And then when you feel ready, take just a deep stretch in a way that you like, anyway. Just reawakening your body there. And on your own time, roll over your right side. You can stay there, eyes still gently closed for a few moments, until you feel ready to come up again into a cross-legged position. So guys, again, thank you so much for practicing with me today. And as I said before, if you have any questions for me about any pose, you want any clarification, anything at all, just contact me either through Queen's University or look for me on Facebook or Instagram. My name is Annalisa and I'm based here in Belfast. I teach at Queen's as well. Okay? So have a lovely, lovely day and I may practice with you soon again.